No, I'm not going to bloody feed you. Get lost. Hi guys, Dave here, aka the Villa Yam Yam, here to come back with another video which could be a bit of an interesting one as laws recently changed over the last few years over this topic. If you like the video, go ahead, smash that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and away we go. A few years ago, I used to write for a site called villafan.com. It started out as a hobby, writing about my beloved club. A lot of popularity came out from these articles, so I decided to branch out a bit more. At the time, former club legend and personal friend Ian Taylor was also releasing his headphone range, the IT7. As a joke, I put on Twitter I would love the opportunity to not only go and talk to my favourite Villa player of all time, okay, one of my favourite Villa players of all time, Sean, don't worry, you're still up there, mate. But also to interview him about his new headphone range. To my surprise, Ian accepted and we met at the Belfry. So this day gets a bit more interesting because not only did I get to sit down with one of my favourite Villa players of all time, talk about things all IT7, but we also found out on that day that Big Ek was going to be sacked. So happy days all round. I was asked by Ian not to tweet it out because the fact is that he heard from a reliable source in the local media who he trusted very well, so I kept it stum. So not only was I trying to make a reputation for myself for being on the kit launches which were held at Villa Park, I also got to meet members of the media team such as Jack Woodward and other members of staff. I got to see behind the scenes on how these kit launches work. It was an exciting experience and opportunity for villafan.com. But here comes the downfall. I heard from a member of staff that one of the Villa players had broken his leg during training. This was quite early on in the morning and no one knew. So I decided to tweet out that Libor Kozak had broken his leg during training. A lot of people didn't believe it. What transpires is someone who used to work very close to Aston Villa decided that he wanted the glory and didn't like the fact that I found out before them. What transpires is a group of fans found my telephone number. They then decided to get in contact with a well-known Twitter troll to then hound me. I did not know this at the time, and this is how it happened. Normally one of the members of the media team would get in contact to say either Dugan wants to speak to you or the fact that Paul Faulkner is a bit annoyed that the fact you've tweeted out about how bad Villa is being run. At the end of the day, it was an independent fan site and we can criticise and slag off as much as we want about how our club is being run or how brilliant it is being run. I received a text from a number I did not expect saying that it was Paul Lambert and they wanted to speak to me. Thinking about it in my head, I should have turned around and said no and just carried on. What transpires was this was the well-known Twitter troll. They phoned me up, not only giving me abuse but also telling me to close my account. This Twitter troll not only hounded me on Twitter but was ringing me at stupid times in the morning, texting me at stupid times in the morning, and it got to the stage where he was not only affecting me mentally and physically, but he was also targeting my now wife, Ali. One of the things he called her was a Chernobyl victim. So what I did is went off to 111 and discussed with him what could happen. Unfortunately, the police investigated for a couple of days and came back and found that this individual was based in Australia. They commented the case was closed and they wouldn't do any more. What transpires is that they turned around and said it was too financially expensive to either get someone from the local department over in Australia to investigate or to send someone over. So the matter was closed. Weeks on end, this person kept on trying to ring me, sending me abusive messages to not only myself and my family, but it got to the stage where I just didn't want to do it anymore. So came the hard decision. I decided to close down my account and leave a Villa fan. But not only that, it was making me feel bad, and I mean the fact that I didn't want to be a grievance on my family, Ali's family. I wanted to end it all. I just wanted to just do it. Lucky enough, a fellow Twitter follower of mine was getting the same sort of treatment from said troll. But as they say, karma can be a bit of a bitch. This particular person found out not only where they lived, but he also found out the company they were working for from a post of him on Facebook. Unbeknownst to me, this follower decided to take it in his own hands and not only send the content I'd sent him over Twitter with all the conversations, missed calls and everything else in, he decided to batch it all together and send off an email to the company showing them what had been going on. But as they do turn around and say, what goes around comes around. Laws have now changed, so you can report all these sort of things on social media, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media platform. The fact you got legends such as Thierry Henry coming away from social media makes you wonder how toxic this environment can be. I know now as an independent Twitter page the effects of what Twitter abuse, Instagram abuse, what effect it can have on someone. So what I say to you, if you've been abused, or you're getting abused, or you're getting called names, or you begin called something racially or sexually or anything else like that, report it. Don't sit there and bottle up. I had no choice back in them days because the laws were very, very vague. If he was in the UK, they could have done something. But because he was in Australia, the case was closed. Regardless of who you are, racially, sexually, anything else like that, report it to the police, report it to the platforms, because at the end of the day, your life matters as well. You have a voice like these organisations do, like these celebrities do. You have a voice as well. Do not sit in silence. Speak up. Do not be scared of the consequences. At the end of the day, you are the one in the right. With all that said and done, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Ta-da a bit.